Hello, I'm Claire from Wild Ginger Running, and recently I reviewed the OMM Phantom 12 running pack, which is new, and the designer is Tom Williams, and he is going to take me through it now because it's got some amazing technology around the stability of the pack. So Tom, what did I get wrong when I was testing this pack last week in my review?
Well, you didn't exactly get it wrong, it's just you didn't fully understand what we're trying to achieve. And I just need to give credit to Colin Fisher, who is the designer of this. I'm simply the critical person who kind of moans at him until we're happy with stuff. Anyway, to the pack. So, in your video, we were looking at how it would react in an upwards and downwards motion, which is great, and it is a big issue that people have, that they see their packs moving up and down and they have a problem that then rubs and then lifts the t-shirt. However, there is another mechanism than just your bounce that causes that rubbing effect. And what it is, Claire, can I just turn you around for a second?
Yes.
A normal pack connects to you in 4 places. You have 2 shoulder straps, connect up here, and you have the waist harness. Maybe you have one without a waist harness, but you've always got these straps which are wide. Now, what happens when you're running is you move the opposite arm to your leg. And if I ask Claire can you lift your left and put your right, as if you were doing a bit, yeah. So you get this is a sort of an extreme version, but you get this kind of action. And when you look at that hip now has gone quite a lot further away from this shoulder than this hip is to that shoulder. So this is now a short distance and that is a long distance. And what we realised is actually in that motion the shoulders are moving, and that gives the walking effect that brings your t-shirt up, exposes that bit of skin, and all of a sudden you've got that really uncomfortable feeling. You can turn around now.
Put my leg down now.
You can take
Yes.
So we were looking at how do we counter that action, and what we realised is there is only one place from the neck down to your hips that doesn't extend and contract, and that's straight down the middle. That's your spine. It bends a bit, but it's always the same length. So this pack is designed so the connection point is in the middle and comes straight down the middle. And then you have these bungees, because yes, we want to connect just down the spine, but if we did that it would wobble around a lot. So these act as a suspension system, and you just set them up so that they damp the action as your shoulders are moving. It just takes you a bit of resistance, and that's the way that the system works. So you really get it when you start to move forwards. So if we pop this on,
Yep.
I'll try and... Sorry, I'm being a gentleman and putting it on for you. I'm going to leave your hood tucked in, just so we can see what's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't usually use it with a massive jacket on, but it is quite cold at the moment. It's sunny though it is.
Chilly. It's lovely and sunny, but
yeah,
it's cold here at the OMM
Lovely insulating jacket on.
So, we've got the pack on. If I spin Claire back round, so you can see this central connection straight down her spine, and you can see I've got these bungees here which are loose. Now, depending on how much weight you've got in it is how much work you want the bungees to do. But as a rule, just start by pulling them just so they're in contact. So that's about right the side. Let's check where it is on your back. I can just lift this arm. So we've got another thing going on here, which is for stopping the up and down rise, and that's this triangle. Now, if I push the bag up, you can probably see this one goes loose and this one goes tight. If I push the bag down, I might have to just loosen that one to be able to demonstrate it. I can't really demonstrate. It does the opposite effect. So it's designed so that each strap will stop an upward downward movement. So you've got this triangulation. These should both be equally tensioned, so same on both sides. There we go. And then these are completed, if I can put you back forwards, by a diaphragm strap. This is not a chest strap, it is down on the diaphragm. This is the other place that you don't change shape very much. If you put a lot of pressure onto here, you restrict your breathing, because your lungs, if you take a big breath, come out like this way and back down. But here, this stays about the same circumference all the way around. So you can actually pull this one relatively tight and take some weight here and down the spine. So that's roughly the setup we're looking for. We're not looking for the bag to be particularly tight. You can see I can move this around, which if you're really doing something quite long and covering some distance, that just allows it to move and be comfortable on you. This one pulls the straps in, that's all it's there to do. Don't pull it harder than that, it should just go to that level. And then that's pretty much the setup.
Fantastic, that sounds great. Yeah, so I'm going to be running around the beautiful scenery in the forest here at Cannock Chase, testing out this bag for the rest of the weekend. So I will let you know how it goes. Thank you, Tom.